This is where it all started. Just imagine being able to soar the skies and travel from continent to continent over the land and seas just as a bird does. Haven't you ever wondered what aeroplanes looked like a long time ago? It looks very different to this. What was the first plane and how was it invented? Here is a picture of Orville and Wilbur Wright. They are the ones who invented the aeroplane. They got interested in aeroplanes when they were kids and their father gave them a toy helicopter. When they became adults, their first business was fixing and making bikes. This is a picture of Orville Wright working in the bike shop. It was a good thing they learned how to fix bikes, because in order to make an aeroplane that could carry passengers, they would have to solve many problems. The first problem was lift. Lift would let the plane stay in the air. The second was control, which lets the pilot steer. And the third was power, which would fly the aeroplane. To solve the first problem, they started in 1900 by making kites to test different wing shapes. They used mathematical tables from a German scientist named Otto Lilienthal to make their first wing. They figured out that his tables were wrong, which took them back to square one. In 1901, they built a wind tunnel to test many different wing shapes and then made their own tables. The second problem was control. They did not know how to make the wings move to control the plane. One day in the bike shop, Wilbur was playing with a large cardboard box. He noticed the panels moved when he twisted it. In 1902, the brothers took this idea and made several gliders to test different controls. The third problem was power. This is the first engine ever to be flown. The Wright brothers had to make the whole thing by hand. They used their bike making skills to make the engine. On December 17, 1903, the first flight lasted for 12 seconds and they covered 120 feet. It took Ken Hines over 10 years to recreate the 1903 flight. Doesn't it sound great? Wilbur and Orville had a lot of successes, but they also had a lot of failures, and many of the early pilots died in crashes. People didn't believe it was possible, but the Wright brothers found a way. Every time you go on an aeroplane, we can remember how much the Wright brothers changed our world. The concept of aviation was instigated by the Wright brothers. Their great contribution and inventions have led the future generations to reflect, develop, and conquer the thought of flying. The airplane has changed the world in numerous ways, especially by increasing the speed of travel, trade, aiding international businesses, and making the world more connected and globalized. Before the invention of airplanes, most people would never travel to faraway places because of the sheer amount of time it took to sail across oceans or to drive through countries. The airplane changed that. In modern times, people can travel much faster. This has led to the spread of culture, where more people visit foreign countries. The acceleration of travel has also played a large role in the development of international businesses. Before the airplane, it was very difficult for businesses to operate on an international basis because their representatives couldn't conduct important business deals in person. Now, the airplane has made it possible for business representatives to visit foreign countries and conduct their business abroad. The invention of airplanes also greatly changed the course of modern warfare. Without airplanes, there would be no air force. Planes played a major difference in World War I, and since then, planes have been used to transport soldiers, emergency supplies, and spy on enemies abroad. Space travel is also connected to airplanes. Without airplanes, space travel wouldn't have been conceivable. Much of what is known about the universe wouldn't have been attainable without mastering the aeronautics of the planet's atmosphere. Without the technology developed for aircraft, we wouldn't have gone to the moon. The Wright brothers contributed to humanity. They contributed to the world. Their endless efforts and great ideas have made our world a much easier and better place. Just imagine a world without planes. How would you be able to see your parents if you live on different continents? How hard would that be? All those packages that you buy from Amazon and eBay wouldn't even be able to reach your doorstep in the time span that you would expect. We are not that patient as humans. They didn't know. No one taught them. They just tried it. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Believe you can and you're halfway there." Who thought it could have been possible? The Wright brothers believed it, and that's how it happened. This was their global impact. This was the Wright brothers.